Hey there, Mike from TRIDOS.DESIGN. In this video, we'll go over the StatTrak PEQ bundle edition and see what's included and how to set it up and use it. So let's start with the PEQ box itself. The StatTrak PEQ box is a customized PEQ box that's used to power the StatTrak itself. It's powered by a single RCR123 or a 1634 battery. It is important that you use the rechargeable style, so 16340 or the RCR123, same as it states on the box. That's because the single-use CR123s come in at only 3 volts, which is not enough to power the StatTrak, but it is enough to power the PEQ box. So the light will still work if you're using the normal light version. Obviously on the German edition, there is no light module inside, but yeah, you will require the rechargeable batteries. So the StatTrak will only work with those. So it is powered off by a single battery. So let's install this inside here. There's an indication how to install it. So this customized PEQ box version comes with a working flashlight. It's momentarily only, so you can't accidentally turn it on and leave it on during the game or during transport. It comes with an upgraded style, I believe it's called a crane plug. So this is a larger plug than the normal cheap ones, and it is much more secure to plug in the device. This currently is configured to only output directly the battery voltage. So do not plug in the normal trigger wires in this port, otherwise you will short it. There is short circuit protection in here, but just don't do it. It is currently outputting the direct battery voltage from here. It also comes with this plug. It is possible to remove it quite easily, so yeah, you can just take it off right here if you want to leave the StatTrak permanently plugged in. And in the front, there is this light module. This cover right here in front basically acts as a diffusion layer. This way you get this more powerful light, and if you flip it in the front, then it's a little bit less powerful. So that's all you really need to know about the StatTrak. So let's put this aside for now, and let's focus on the StatTrak itself. So in the kit, you will receive the StatTrak itself. This comes pre-wired for the plug that goes into the PEQ box. It comes with 2 different mounts. This one is an M-lock style mount, and this is a Picatinny or the regular wrist style mount, as well as mounting screws. So these are used on the mounts right here to mount the StatTrak itself to the mount. It comes with 8 screws, so you have 4 spares in case you lose one or a few of them. And as a bonus, you also get a nice patch here as well. And here on the other side, you get a quick cheat sheet on all the buttons and what they do, as well as the battery compatibility chart. So let's put these things aside and let's proceed with a quick installation on one of my replicas. So for this installation, we'll be using the M-lock mount. So for this, we will need a 2.5mm hex for this screw right here, and a PH1 screwdriver for the small screws right here. So let's bring in the replica itself. We'll be mounting it in the front side. So the first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to put the PEQ box as well as the mount. When installing the StatTrak itself and the mount for it, make sure you position it in a space where you can leave a little bit of slack behind on the back side right here, so the cable doesn't get pinched. So when installing on the M-locks, it's actually very easy. You just position it so that there's a little bit more of the M-lock space right here, or you can always shift it over and have the cable coming out on the next one. So that's actually what we're going to do here. So that's installed properly. Let's mount the PEQ box itself. This one is just a screw. You can also tighten it using a flathead screwdriver right here. Now let's go ahead and install the StatTrak itself. As I said before, just make sure that there is enough space for the cable so it doesn't get pinched. So this one gets nicely routed like so. And we have to take out 4 of these small screws. Start by installing one or two of them. Don't tighten them yet. First install all of them loosely, and then you can go ahead and tighten them one by one. Once that's done, we can go ahead and plug it in the PEQ box, just like so. Obviously, if you have some slack on this cable, you can manage it as you wish. There are some nice cable management accessories available, or you can just zip tie them to the rail so they don't get in the way. And yeah, that's the installation done. And we can go ahead and move on to showing the interface of the StatTrak. To turn on the StatTrak, you just press and hold both buttons at the same time, which opens the main counter menu. To count the kills, you can press either button to count up, and if you hold either of buttons, it will count down. To cycle through to the next screen, you can go ahead and press both buttons at the same time. The left button will count hits. You can press to go up and hold to go down, and the right button will count your respawns, which again, you can go count up and hold to count down. So let's go ahead and add a few of these. Next screen contains the stats. This contains the all-time stats and the current game stats. I'll show you how to reset the current game stats in the next menu. And at the bottom, we can see a real-time reading of the battery. It's currently set correctly to the 3.7 volt battery, and it shows an approximate percentage of the battery. Press both buttons to move on to the next screen, which is the settings page. In this menu, let's go over quickly the settings and explain what each setting does. In the settings page, to go down, you have to press the right button, and to go up, you press the left button. To confirm or change a setting, you can cycle through them using a long hold on the right or the left button. So let's change out that the main counter shows current game kills instead of the total kills. So for us to do this, let's just hold the right button, and it changes to the game settings. And let's go ahead and reset the game. So this will only reset the current game counter and throw you back to the main screen, which now shows 0 kills. And let's count a few kills, go through the menu. And as you can see here, we still retain all the time kills, including the previous ones. And the current game kills only show 3-0. So that's how that works. So let's go through the next settings. The battery setting, internally, the StatTrak is exactly the same as the DIY edition. So by default, it comes pre-selected at 3.7 volts, which is the battery that the PEQ box uses. But in case you ever decide that you want to wire this up directly to your AEG battery, you can definitely do that. Just remember to change the setting on the battery by going through the different options. But if you're using the PEQ box, it should be set at 3.7 volts to work correctly. Next, we have the auto shut-off functionality. We can basically set a time after which the StatTrak automatically will shut off. This is useful in case you forget to turn it off after a game, and it will automatically shut off when it's in your gear bag. We can also enable the ability to show battery indicator on the main menu. For the PEQ box, it's not as relevant, but you can definitely turn it on, and also enable low battery notifications in case you want to receive a warning that the battery in the PEQ box is running low, so you know when to change it. So this setting enables the battery indicator on the main menu. As you can see here, it's mostly real time. So if I enable the flashlight, you can see the voltage drop on the battery. And same goes for the split screen view. Here in the middle, you can see now a battery indicator has turned on. So let's go back to the settings. We have the option to dim the screen. So this basically dims this whole screen down to the dim level. So in this case, we can set it at 5 seconds and the dim level set at 20%. And as you can see, the whole screen went a little bit dimmer. It's a nice to have feature basically to lengthen the battery life of the device. Normally, if you run it like this, you can basically get almost a full day's charge out of a single CR123 battery. So here you can set obviously the dim level. You can turn on or off the sound. And then the last setting is the basically factory reset and the firmware update. We currently don't have any firmware updates, but in case we release them in the future, we'll let you know, and instructions on how to update it. That pretty much covers it. Hope you enjoyed the StatTrak. If you have any issues, as always, just reach out to us via email or via our socials. And enjoy airsofting. And to turn the StatTrak off, you just press and hold both buttons, and that's it. If you have any suggestions, let us know, and happy airsofting. By default, all the PEQ box bundle StatTrak battery boxes come pre-configured to battery output mode. So that means that this plug right here is directly connected to the battery terminals and outputs the voltage directly to power the StatTrak. But in case you ever decide to use this PEQ box in a standalone mode, just using a normal trigger cable, I don't have one around, but the trigger cable basically allows to trigger the flashlight. Normally, if you now plug it in, it will basically cause a short circuit. There is built-in protection, but don't do it. But there is actually a way to transform this PEQ box back to a normal functioning PEQ box, just with a momentary switch. And let's quickly show you how it's done. You will only need to use a 1.5mm hex screwdriver, and you will want to remove these front 5 screws. Once you remove the last screw, make sure to carefully open it up. So this is the light module that's connected here. And as you can see here, there is a small switch right about here, which controls the output mode of the plug. So if the switch is set to the right side, this is the battery output mode that outputs the battery voltage directly to the StatTrak. But if you switch it to the left side, this switches the plug to function as a regular trigger plug. So in case you go and buy a normal trigger cable with this type of plug, that means that you can now use this PEQ box as a normal PEQ box unit with a light with a functioning trigger port. So all that's left to do is open it. All that's left to do is close it up and just reinstall the screws, and you're off to the races. That means you can use this PEQ box also as a normal one. Yeah, in case you... Let's grab that. Yeah, that's the instructions on how to change the functioning mode on this PEQ box. If you have any questions, just reach out to us and we'll be happy to help out.